Chapter 7.
Our universe. Planning objects. Stars, constellations, the sun and the solar system, planets, natural satellites, the moon, changing phases of the moon, artificial satellites. When we look at the clear night sky, we see thousands of stars spread across the sky. Some stars are larger than the others, some are bright, some are dim. Stars appear to twinkle. The sun is also a star. We also see some bright objects that do not twinkle. They are planets. Then there is the moon that seems to be changed its shape. The sun, moon, stars and the planets together create this vast space called the universe. Our Earth is one of the members of this universe. The sun, moon, earth, stars and the planets are called heavenly bodies. Stars. The stars are huge balls of the hot gases. They have heat and light of their own. Stars are much bigger than the earth and the moon. Some are bigger than the sun, but they appear so small because they are very far away from us. If you look in the north direction, you might see a bright star. It is called the pole star. It helps travelers, especially sailors, to find the north direction. Constellation. If we look up at the clear night sky, we will notice some groups of stars forming various shape of patterns in the sky. These patterns look like the shape of animals, people or different objects. They are called constellations. Great Bear, Little Bear, Scorpion, Orion are some of the constellations. The sun and the solar system. The sun is also a star. It is very big ball of hot burning gases. It gives us heat and light. It appears bigger than other stars because it is the nearest star to our Earth. The sun has a great family of 8 planets. Their moons and many other heavenly bodies, they together constitute the solar system. The sun is at the center of the solar system. Planets. Planets are heavenly bodies that revolve around the sun. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are the 8 planets that move around the sun. The sun is the only heavenly body in the solar system that has its own light. The planets do not have light of their own. They reflect the light of the sun. Mercury, the closest planet to the sun. Mars, called the red planet. Jupiter, the largest planet. Saturn has rings made up of rocks and ice. Venus, the brightest planet. Natural satellites. There are some heavenly bodies that move around the planet. They are called the natural satellite of the planet. Some planets have several natural satellites or the moon. The moon is the natural satellite of the earth. It is moved around the earth. The earth has one moon. The moon takes around 28 days to go once around the earth. We call this a lunar month. This moon takes around the same time to spin on its axis as it does to orbit the earth. It is our nearest neighbor in space. It is much smaller than the sun. The moon has no light of its own. It reflects the light of the sun. Our moon is a big ball made up of rock. It has rocky mountain and sand-covered cliffs. There is no water or air on the moon. The moon looks big in the sky because it is closer to us than the sun. Many spacecraft have been sent to the moon. Changes phases of the moon. When the side of the moon facing us has sunlight shining on it. It is invisible and we call this as the new moon. We call the moon full moon when the sunlight all of its side facing of the earth. As the moon continues to move, it passes through the 8 phases. As we see more of the surface lit up, we say the moon is waxing. The moon is waxing when the lit part starts to get smaller. Artificial satellites. Artificial satellites are man-made satellites. They are sent into the space orbit around the earth. Sputnik I was the first man-made satellite launched by the then USSR, Russia. Aryabhatta was the first satellite launched by India. Some other Indian satellites are Satya, Rohini, Bhaskara, etc. Satellites gives us many information. Weather satellites are in forecasting weather, whereas communication satellites help us watching television, talk to our friends through mobile phones, etc. Keywords. Universe. The entire space that consists of the earth and all other heavenly bodies. Planets. The heavenly bodies that revolve around the sun. Natural satellites. The heavenly bodies that move around the planet. Looking back, the universe consists of all the heavenly bodies including the sun, moon, earth and the stars. Stars are huge balls of burning gases. Sun is also a star. Groups of stars are called constellations. The solar system consists of the sun, earth and 7 other planets, the moon and many other objects. The moon is the natural satellite of the earth.
Put a tick on the correct